Hi, my name is Weston Lamberson, and today we're going to be doing an experiment on the solubility of sugar in water. So for this experiment, you just need table sugar, and I'm doing it at a range of different temperatures. So over here, I have hot water, ice water, and then room temperature water. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a single spoonful of sugar, like this, and putting it into each one of these and seeing how much they'll hold until they reach capacity. So there is a point in each one of these that they will not hold any more sugar. They will be completely saturated solutions. And so we're here to test if the saturation point is different for the same liquid at different temperatures. And so what I'm going to do for this experiment, I'm going to start off with 1 spoon of sugar, and it needs to be similar spoons, or the same spoon if you can. And we're going to put them in each one, and we're going to take it and stir it around. And so we're going to take that, and we're going to stir it around. And so we're going to take our spoon and stir each one until the sugar has disappeared. Take this first one, give it a little stir, and this might take a little bit of time, but eventually all of that sugar will be in solution. So it'll all mix in. We're going to mix the cold one. Sorry, it's kind of loud. Hold it over here so it's quieter. Until we mix all the sugar in that solution. And then we're going to do the room temperature water. And all of the water needs to be around the same amount. So each one of these has around a cup of water in it. The middle one looks a little bit larger because it has ice cubes in it to make it cold. And so each one of these has around a cup of water so that it's the same volume. And that's important because in solubility, volume changes the amount that can be in solution. And so we've got most of that stirred in. The cold's going to need another stir. And so all of the sugar in both the warm water and the room temperature water will be in solution now. The cold, however, has a tiny bit of sugar at the bottom, which we could get rid of with a little bit more stirring, which I will do right now. And the majority of this video is going to be me stirring this because I already know that cold water holds less sugar and it takes a longer time to saturate it. And so for this next one, so the cold water will only hold around 1 or 2 spoonfuls of sugar. And so the rest of them will hold more. So like this one, we're going to give another one to the hot water, another one to the room temperature water, and we'll give another to the cold water. And we'll mix them up one more time, demonstrate their differences. And there would be a more drastic difference if the water in the hot water was even hotter, but I did not boil this water. I just used the hot tap water as opposed to the normal tap water. So it's only a little bit hotter than the other one. But as you can see, all the sugar in that one is dissolved. And we'll take this room temperature one, and all the sugar in this one will probably dissolve. Just give it a stir real quick. Okay, it's almost all dissolved, and then this middle one. And so far, the hot and the normal water both have 2 spoonfuls of sugar in them. They're both completely clear, meaning they've absorbed all of it. This one too. The cold water, however, will not absorb the sugar anymore. It has reached its saturation point. So no matter how much I stir it, the sugar that's left over at the bottom of this will not go into solution. So it's a super saturated solution, meaning it will have a precipitate. And so we can do this until we get that with every solution, but I do not know how many spoonfuls of sugar it will take each one, and this video would be unnecessarily long if I did that, so I will just give them both one more, and I will see how they respond. And you can do this with a wide range of different solutions. You don't have to use water. You could use, anything that can absorb something. So you could use sweet tea is a great example. The only reason I use water was it's clear, so you can see through it. So you could see the precipitates, so you could see if there was a precipitate or not. So the hot water has absorbed all the sugar again. The normal water takes a little bit longer to stir just because it's in a bowl and not a measuring cup, because I didn't have any more measuring cups. And the normal temperature water appears to have a small amount of precipitate at the bottom, but that could probably go away with more stirring. So the result of this experiment is that yes, each different temperature of the same substance will have different amounts of saturation they're able to have, or saturation points, which just means how much of the solid that will be in the solution before it precipitates out. So hot water, so anything that's hot will have a higher saturation point than anything that's cold or anything that's room temperature, with it being in this order. So it'll go hot, room temperature, and cold. So cold being the least, having the lowest saturation point, meaning it will have a precipitate that comes out faster. Normal temperature water will have a precipitate that stays, normal. It will have the middle precipitate, and then hot, whatever it is, water, whatever solution you have, will have the most amount, so the highest saturation point. And that's the lab on saturation. If you're going to do these experiments, do them with parental supervision, just because there's nothing dangerous about them, just so you don't make a mess. Have a great day.